Hello everyone and welcome to Friday 5th September 2025, the NFP day, and the economic calendar says ad blocker. So what do we have? We had the Friday, right? NFP 8:30, big day. What did NFP do? It pumped up here. Well, let's take a look at the daily, right? What we had was on the Wednesday, this is all the setup for the NFP day coming up. So on this is the weekly here. So we had the Wednesday, Tuesday and Monday. This is the NFP week. What it did was it took a previous week low here, took another previous week low, which it did not take on ES. So then it reversed back up, closed above there. Now we're looking for longs to take out this high and potentially that high, but most likely the high, all-time high for ES to be taken on NFP. So that was the plan, and this is the candle here, 5th of September. We look at the hourly, and looks like, we had a massive pump all the way from Thursday. Barely any retracements on the hourly. We had a hourly fair value gap. And then an order block, which it bounced, took the low of that order block, and then decided to go take the all-time high on ES right there. And it was the all-time daily high. Sorry, all-time high daily candles low, right? So we look at that. The low is what it tapped into. So it didn't want to reach all the way to the top. So now look at the entries. Right, and here's what we're looking at. Right, and when we had that tap to the low of that, we could have either bounced straight away or it waits for a particular time, 9:45 to 10:15. So we had the high right there at 9:30, and the down close candle right there is our breaker. Comes down, looking for FVG, no FVGs, comes back up, no FVG still. Then at 9:49, this candle here takes out the high, which is an SMT to NQ and ES. So now the high, all-time high on ES is at 9:49. Then the highest on here is this breaker right here. So then this closes below, creates an FVG. We tap that FVG, we break down, use that up close candle as a order block, all within this particular time, right? What are we targeting? Well, we're targeting the 8:30, 8 midnight. These are the targets we're going for. And for ES, because it had broke above the all-time high, it was probably going to aim for the all-time high, previous all-time high right there. Or if it decides to reverse from this point, right, you would have taken that market make a buy model to continue higher, to come back and take these highs. Or if it wants to decide, hey, I'm going to close again, and it closes below the all-time day wick, the upper side of it, or at the high, all-time high day wick on the upper. When it closes below there, now we're looking for shorts to the midpoint of the body of the previous day, right? Previous day body wick, previous day body CE. And so that was the target, secondary target, if it didn't want to reverse off the all-time high back up. And looks like it didn't want to come back up. So it's going down. And it went all the way down to there. And it continues lower. Right, 10:58 hits the midpoint on there. And then hits the midpoint at 10:26. And then continues to take the body low, which is 10:59, and that body low is basically, because it was up close, that is the open. So it goes and hits the open. That's what it's aiming for. And that's it. That's pretty much it for NFP. Okay, we're trading after 9:45 on NFP days. So that's the rule. All right. Thank you very much.